Hello friends, those back pages here. I hope you're well. Well, we're officially in Insane Town, Crazy Town, Looney Tunes, Looney Times, whatever you want to call it. Prices are completely wacky. There's really no way to put that nicely, but prices are wacky. Yeah, will will this last? I don't know how to, will this insanity continue? Will it last? Who knows? Let's talk about it. Let me try to gather my thoughts here a little bit. There are a couple of ways you can collect. Obviously there's no wrong way to collect, but I like to think of it, you collect your own way, and there are a few scenarios of the way that can go. You can continue to just collect and be alone, and your thoughts and your ideas and whatnot, and that's fine, as long as you're enjoying yourself. I've told you guys that many times. As long as you're enjoying yourself, that's what really matters. And if you're no longer enjoying yourself, then it's time to do something else. The hobby will always be here. If you want to exit and do something else, that is perfectly fine. The hobby will march on, with or without us. That's how it goes. As you may or may not know, I am not particularly a fan of Gary Vee. I have no ill will towards the man. I don't wish him any harm or anything like that. I am a little concerned about the pump and dump. Maybe a little, what's called, I think in the stock market business, what's called insider trading. But he nor any individual is 100% to blame or gain or praise or whatnot. See, I've been thinking about this a lot lately and talking to a couple friends today about it. Figured I'd post a little video, see how you guys feel about it. What do you think's gonna happen in the future? Where we're going? A friend of mine made an interesting post on Blowout this evening, that I'm going to read to you because I feel it is that good and it is important to let sink in. And he says, I've been saying this on the elevator ride up across the hobby for the past 4 months or so, but there's a lot of new money pouring into the hobby, a ton. Those of you who post here frequently are the 1%ers of the hobby when excuse me, are the 1%ers of the hobby when it comes to knowledge. You know print runs, desirability, historical pricing, etc. These newcomers don't know any of that. They see that the US 175 is almost $2,000 and the US 250 is just $200. They see LeBron Topps Chrome is $7,500 and Giannis Prism is just $2,000. That is why prices are skyrocketing. When the hobby opened itself up to non-traditionals during the past year or so, you had to throw all logic out the window. So my recommendation is to stop trying to use yesterday's logic to price today's cards. Buckle up and get used to this new norm. I don't know where prices will settle, but US 250 is not going to be a $60 card anymore unless Acuna falls apart. Everyone knows my love of that card. But it is what it is, right? But anyway, let's not go there. So, what you see in front of you is, stuff I like to collect, rookie cards. I just happen to, I think the thing to remember is I've been doing this for a long time. I've been collecting slabs for 15 years. Cards for much longer than that. And I've always bought, well, all right. Don't talk to extremes, but Eric, but I like to collect because it brings me joy, it brings me friendships, it brings me knowledge. And I, for the most part, enjoy it. But I can understand the trepidation, I'm screwing up that word, but I can understand the people being a little nervous and whatnot. So even me myself, I've considered trading down. Particularly these two cards you see in front of these PSA 10s. Possibly, trading those for 9s and something else. We'll see. And it's not just the price of singles that have exploded, it's also the price of wax. I mean, this, our very own Shibani Refractors, when this came out, was able to score me a box for the good old price of $85. Last I looked, Blowout is offering $550 for these now, to pay $550 for these. So I have contemplated selling that. And this here is what's called the 2018 Topps Update Hobby Box. 36 packs. That was the last time they did a 36 pack box. I bought this. It was, I want to say it was in probably around January 2019, somewhere around there. And I paid $55 delivered for this box. And I only bought it because the seller included the silver pack. Not only did he include the silver pack, he also threw in a Bowman Holiday pack as well. And I do believe these boxes are now nearing, alright, sit down, you hear that. I believe they're nearing the $500 mark. I know they're over 400, so that's a little bit silly. But, crazy times, that's what we're in now. So that's another box I've been considering selling. Just because it's, the price point, when you're tenfolding your money or whatnot, that's just something to consider. So another topic I wanted to discuss that would be soccer. I know. Oh my goodness, Eric, again with the soccer. Yeah, I like soccer. 2020 saw me decide I'm going to like soccer. All those first 48 plus years of life, I have had pretty much nothing to do with soccer, but now I like soccer. One of the reasons I like soccer, it was changing now, is because the cards were cheap-ish, all things considered. Now, I really think that in 2 years, World Cup fever will be gripping the hobby all over. I think we're going to see a new era. I think it's important to remember this. I think it's important that we, as collectors, recognize how popular, to us, basketball is, but overall how popular soccer is. And I know, I get it. But I'm having trouble putting it to words, but I think there's a correlation between the NBA and soccer. I mean, if you look at the strong international representation in the NBA, you'll see that they tend to love soccer. You see Luka. They showed a picture of Luka. They showed video of Luka at the All-Star game talking to Rick Nash, and they asked Luka, "Hey, what were you talking to Rick Nash about?" And he said football, meaning soccer. So that is something to keep in mind. I think it'll be very influential. Now, could I be wrong? Absolutely, I could be wrong. But, me being me, if I'm enjoying it and I'm enjoying collecting it, I'm going to continue to collect it and continue to enjoy it. And if any financial gain comes from it, that's even better. But we don't do this for financial gain. It is a nice byproduct, but we do this because we love the hobby. The hobby's always going to be here. The hobby will be here long for I'm messing this up totally. The hobby will be here long after we're gone. I think that's important to remember. So a few more thoughts. I think I got all my points across. Yeah, I just foresee good things with soccer, with the youngsters. So, if you're into that type of thing, leave a comment below and let me know what you think. You can say, you're off your rocker again, Eric. You're crazy. Nobody will ever care about soccer. But, they used to say no one will collect basketball or football cards, and look at where we are now.